Salute, salute, salute. Bow, what it is, what it do, what's happening, Nocturnal Thoughts with a real quick video that I'm gonna get out of the way. TEOFIMO Lopez versus JERMAINE Ortiz. It's a decent little fight on a Thursday night. You know what I'm saying? I really can't be mad at it, but if I had a little something to say, I feel like you know, TEOFIMO Lopez still, he's staying active. That's a good thing. I'm listening to some of his interviews. I might check out their media workout real quick. But I kind of, you know, 50-50 on Teo. What I think of this fight, I think it's a good stay busy fight, but it does have some risk in it. But it's not like, I feel like he kind of pumps it up a little bit more than what it is. Like, he's supposed to have a high self-esteem. He's supposed to think he's the best thing smoking. He's supposed to think he's the best of all times and this, that, and the third. He's the fighter. In his mind, he should be putting himself up there with the Muhammad Ali's, with the Mike Tysons, with the Roy Jones Jr.'s and the Floyd Money Mayweathers. That's cool and all, but the fight is not. The fight is not up there. It's a good stay busy fight. It's dangerous. He can lose this fight if he's not 100% right. He's familiar with JERMAINE Ortiz. They had a little history, you know what I'm saying? I think they kind of familiar with each other from back in the day. I don't know a whole lot about JERMAINE Ortiz. I you know, looked at him when he was going into the fight with Lomachenko. To me, he's a good fighter all around, but it's like Teo said, I don't think he's just at that elite level. Kind of good fundamental skills. He can push you. You know what I'm saying? He can help sharpen you. Iron sharpen iron. He definitely made out of iron, but he's just not the tip of the fucking sword. You know what I'm saying? TEOFIMO Lopez is sort of the tip of the sword, but sometimes he starts to talk like he's the whole fucking sword. He's the total package. And I tell you like this, he's an amazing fighter, amazing talent, amazing boxer, has great skills, great instinct, great reflexes, great athleticism, but he's not a total package. He can be defeated. He does have flaws that have been exposed before. Is JERMAINE Ortiz the fighter that can expose them again? I don't think so from what I've seen, but I've seen that he can push. He can push this fight. This fight can have a nice action-packed fight that I think that Teo should be able to edge out, or if there's a knockout, I would say they both, I feel like, got some decent power. I've seen TEOFIMO with a little bit more explosive knockout power when he knocked out Richard Commey and a few other fighters. But if it don't go to knockout, it go to 12 rounds, it could be a nice fight. But I would lean towards Teo to be victorious, and he should be. But if he loses, I think it'll be because he does have some flaws. It's up to JERMAINE Ortiz to expose those flaws. Sometimes mentally he can get in his own way. Sometimes physically he can get in his own way. He's not just an overall total fucking package that you can always depend on to go in there and get the job done. Sometimes he can go in there and punch in, but don't punch out. You know what I'm saying? He could have a early out, a PTO, paid time off, where he has to leave early. He checks out early. The fight's still going. He might mentally check out, or he might physically check out. He physically checked out of the fight somewhat, some way with George the Ferocious Kambosos. He checked out. He didn't punch in that fight. Actually, he came in there without no plan, just throwing caution to the wind, dropping bombs, throwing heavy haymaker punches from the first bell, and he paid the cost for it. And he tried to make up for it in the later rounds. He did a good job at coming back, but not enough to seal out the performance. He got beat by George the Ferocious Kambosos, period, point blank. Sandor Martin fight, I think he just didn't deal well with that style. You know what I'm saying? But he looked good against the two people that really counted the most. That's Lomachenko, the Matrix, and he looked good against the Tartan Tornado, Josh Taylor. And those two guys are very dangerous, and he shined against them. So it just depends on what version of TEOFIMO Lopez we get. But if we get the same version that was mentally focused, and as he was when he fought against Loma, and physically as focused as he was when he fought against Josh Taylor, if he can puts those two things together and stays locked in and stays focused in and is not distracted or not, you know what I'm saying, off his game, if he's sharp and he's in shape and he looks like he's in shape, mentally he sounds like he's in shape, a little bit of bluster, a little bit of bullshit, but put that to the side, he looks like he's pretty solid. He should go in there and get the job done against Jermaine Ortiz. And Jermaine Ortiz, I feel like he's the type of fighter like an Isaac Pitbull Cruz. You know, he can lose and still look good and still increase his stock as long as he's just not completely outclassed or knocked out and devastated. If he wins and still can, you know what I'm saying, you know, show his grit and show his heart and show his warrior mentality, then they can keep using him, and he can keep advancing to fight opposition, to always, you know, stay busy and have a revenue coming in, and just a great name to, you know, be like a barometer, or even, let's say, somewhat of a gatekeeper to say, if you can get past this guy, you're ready for the next level. But, you know, if you can't get past this guy, then you stay over here. But Jermaine Ortiz, he seems like he has that kind of style where he can still maintain a career based off of, you know what I'm saying, just him being dedicated, him being disciplined, and him, you know what I'm saying, always setting his goals high as he can and executing to the best of his ability. And even if he loses, he can still come out looking good. Last topic, real quick, I want to talk about Tyson Fury against Alexander Usyk. The fight is postponed because Tyson Fury got a cut over his eye. Same eye he got cut fighting against Otto Wallin. I feel like this, man. You look like he was really getting in shape for this fight, taking this fight seriously. He got embarrassed against Francis Ngannou. He was out of shape, so he's been busting his ass to get lean and get that, you know what I'm saying, that saggy back fat off of him. And when you start losing weight, your skin starts to thin out, and usually the first place it thins out from is not your target spots. You usually start losing weight from your face first, and then your thin skin already over your eye, it got even thinner when you lost that weight and you got cut with an elbow or a punch in sparring. What that shows me is, at least it exposed his hand. It exposed his approach to this fight is to come in there without the heaviness. He coming in there leaner, so you think he's ready to go to, you know what I'm saying, into more of the old boxing style that he fought against, like when he fought against Klitschko, or when he fought the first time against Deontay Wilder. The way he fought when he fought against Otto Wallin, when he was training with Ben Davison. And after that fight, his father, John Fury, was talking about he's focused too much on turning his body into a model, having a six-pack, punching like a kitten, and anybody can knock him out right now. So it shows me that he's focused more on being faster, but, you know, maybe his reflexes aren't as good as they used to be, slowing down, getting caught with punches like that, where he's getting cut over above his eye and getting knocked down by Francis Ngannou. But at the same time, you really can't count out Tyson Fury. He is he's just like a wild card, as far as you never know what you're gonna get. And this, at least in my mind, show what one of his game plans is exposed. And I feel like Alexander Usyk can now not worry about looking at Tyson Fury coming in 280 pounds, trying to lean on him and smother him, but he's trying to come in there a little lighter on his feet and outbox the boxer. So with that card being on the table, he really can't play that now, because he's exposed his hand to a certain extent. Now this fight being postponed, I think that gives Alexander Usyk a little bit more time to prepare and have a better game plan. But you never can count out Tyson Fury. His size, his level, and his experience still looks like it can be a 50-50 fight. But at the end of the day, I'm pulling for Usyk to win the fight either way. Those are my thoughts. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. And if you're new to the channel, sub up. Salute, salute, salute. Bow.